and welcome to this late afternoon taste challenge. I have two 40% alcohol, single malt, not blended. I was about to say blended. Single malt Scotch whiskeys produced in Scotland and bottled by Hamish Robertson for Trader Joe's. Okay, and they don't have a website listing, so I can't show that. Here is the Trader Joe's Highland single malt Scotch whiskey. Sherry cask finish, double maturation. It's aged in just some oak barrels of no particular description. And then, if it'll focus, it is finished in sherry casks. Now, they don't say what kind of sherry. And some of these whiskeys, they do that. They finish them in wine. You know, sherry's a type of wine barrels. So it's definitely giving this one a very interesting flavor and appearance. Now, color, they're pretty close. Now, this one is the also Highland single malt Scotch whiskey, but it's bourbon cask finish. Same whiskey, regular cask, and then they finish it in first fill bourbon barrels. Whose bourbon barrels? They don't say. Maybe it's Jethro T. Boots. I don't know. Now, anyway, so it's basically the same whiskey, but finished different ways. This one in sherry cask. Don't know what type of sherry. This one in bourbon. Don't know which bourbon brand. Moisturize the cork. They were both the same price, $17.99 at Trader Joe's. And I bought them both on the same day, April 30th, 2022. And they have real cork. You know, it's that particle board cork, but it's real cork. Crybaby's being good. She's been behaving a lot more lately. I guess she's gotten older, so she's not wilding out so much. Well, I mean, she does, but not so much lately. Okay. No. Pour this one. Now they give tasting notes on the back side of the bottle in the label, back label. A little couple of paragraphs there, but I usually don't find that the whiskeys match up with what they're saying. Maybe that's on me, and I can't ever remember what they're saying anyway. Well, this one's talking about cinnamon sticks and all that. All right. So appearance, oh, they're about the same. Yep, amber, not quite copper, but heading toward copper. Do they have coloring added? Well, they might, you know, they just might. They probably do have caramel coloring added. That's allowed, and a lot of Scotch companies do that. So Hamish Robertson is not a distillery. It's not a distiller. It's an independent bottler. We have some of those in the United States. They don't make any whiskey, but they got a big whiskey portfolio, but they really just bottle it. They buy it from big wholesalers. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that as long as they're letting you know they're doing it, you know, not trying to be deceptive. All right. Just a little bit adjusted. Okay. Taste time. Cheers. Aroma time. So I got the tags below. I got to make sure I don't see the little code on the tag. Put my pinky over it. Smells like regular old Scotch, malted barley, bread. Same thing here, like with a little honey, like they're saying cinnamon sticks. Yeah, some kind of spice. So sort of like that. Now, is this European sherry or American sherry? I don't know. But since it's made in Scotland, I mean, do you really think they're going to bring American sherry over there to buy, to age it in their barrels when they could just do it there? You know, their own, like Spanish sherry. Scotland and Spain, not that far from each other. Okay, taste. This one's got smoke. Smoke. You say, well, Highland whiskey doesn't. Well, this one does. And I remember that this sherry cask finish does have a smokiness. It's weird though. Maybe they're not the same product with two different treatments. You being calm, huh? You want to show everybody how big you've gotten? Okay. Hello, portable portal. Yep, that's old crybaby there. Not even 5 months old yet, I don't think. Was already in heat. I said, how you gonna have kittens? You a kitten, but she was still calling for the men, but they didn't show up since the coyotes killed them all. Oh, do you see a lion? Do you see a feline? This one has no smoke. Has honey. Bourbon barrel, maybe. Little corn syrup flavor. The bourbon barrel finish, and that one is the sherry cask by virtue of the smoke. Got it. See? So, hey, maybe they are taking two different whiskeys all the way down the line. Because I tell you what, I never had any of the other whiskeys I bought from Trader Joe's except for the Isla. Now, that Isla, the Finlagen, yeah, well, yeah, of course, it was smoky, very smoky, but none of the rest. This one isn't really supposed to be smoky, but it's there. Definitely there. peaty smokiness. What do you know? All right. What are you getting up there? Looking out the window. What do you see? She likes to look out the window. But she doesn't want to ever go out. Oh, she's going to go to sleep now. She never wants to go outside. I can open the door. She won't go out. Well, I rescued her from a barrel full of shop towels. Maybe her experiences outside were bad. I mean, she was only like that big. I could hold her like this. Her little hands, her arms were like, and her legs, her legs were like that. And I was holding her. But so once she got in the house, she got used to this house and she never wanted to go outside. Sometimes she'll go on the back porch, which is screened in, and she'll look around for, about 5 minutes at night. Then she wants to come back in. Yep, she going to sleep. All right, so I like the smoky whiskeys. All right, I like the smoky ones. So I'm going to give the win to the Trader Joe's sherry cask. They got 3 of them. They might have changed, but that was 4 years ago when I bought it. They might have updated it, but it looked like they still had the same. But they got the sherry cask, the rum cask finish, and the bourbon cask finish. And from those 3, I much prefer the sherry cask. It's like an 8. It's really good. I wasn't happy with the 8-year aged Speyside. I wasn't too thrilled with the 10-year aged Highland single malt. I didn't hate it, but I went in love with it. The rum cask was nice. The bourbon cask is nice. You know, they're like in the B plus range, but this sherry cask finish with the maroon and the darker maroon, different shades of dark red, it's a real winner. It's an A. So you say, oh, you can get a most excellent single malt Scotch whiskey for $17.99. Well, I did. Actually, I bought a single malt last year, which I haven't opened yet, for $14.99. Or was it 50? No, it was $15.99. $15.99. And apparently it's an expensive one. It's called the Deanston. The Deanston. Anybody want to see that bottle before I shut this off? I can show it to you. I haven't opened it. That'll be later this year or maybe next year before I get to it. Because after I finish this series, I have to do blended Scotch. Then I have to do brandy, cognac brandy, cognac, and then I have to do rum, then tequila, then mezcal, then bourbon, then American blended whiskey, and then back to bourbon because I got so much bourbon I got to double up. Then Canadian blended whiskey, then Irish blended whiskey. So that's, you see how much I have to go through to get back to single malt Scotch? So maybe be 2027. But if you want to see this next single malt that I have, which I got for the greatest price in the world, let me know now, or we'll just forget it. So I'll show it to you going once. I'll show it to you going twice. And going. All right. Well, we'll look at it next time. But I think it's going to be dynamite. I don't know that, but it looks like it will be. Thumbs up. And then I got a bunch of beer over the weekend, pretty exciting beers. All righty. Well, cheers to Trader Joe's for selling their own brand of blended whiskey, single malt Scotch whiskey, Irish blended whiskey, rum, tequila, mezcal, Tennessee whiskey, Kentucky bourbon whiskey, French brandy, a French cognac brandy. Hey, those guys, they got a lot of things happening right now over at Trader Joe's in their liquor section. I gotta say that much. I mean, they sell regular brands too. I mean, if you go to Trader Joe's, they have like Jameson, you know, Johnny Walker Red Label, stuff like that. But they got their own brands, which is really what they push. Store, yeah, it's a store. Thumbs up to the store, yeah. So thank y'all for watching. These are both pretty sweet. Ooh, they're sugary, like most whiskey, but whoa, wow. All right. See y'all at 7 o'clock Eastern time, 6 o'clock Central for Mexican beers. We're doing any Mexican beer, not a Mexican style beer. You know, don't show up here with some Virginia brewed beer that's Mexican style. I mean, actually imported from Mexico. And I have one. All right. Bye-bye, everybody.